Hi, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to continue with fall, and I'm going to show you some quick tips on making a fall wreath. We will be using products from the Dollar Tree, from Michael's, from Hobby Lobby, and I hope a few of these little tips will help you be able to make a wreath for yourself. Now, most of this video we're going to be really close in, so you won't be seeing me, but you'll be seeing the way I'm actually showing you what to do. Hi, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a few tips and tricks on making a fall wreath. We're going to be using very inexpensive products, including items from the Dollar Tree and from the craft stores like Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and I hope that a few of these tips will help when you're creating your own wreath. Now, most of this video is going to be very hands-on and very zoomed in, so you won't be seeing me, but you will be seeing the techniques in action. Now, one tip I learned a long time ago was to lay out your wreath how you'd like it to look, and then to snap a couple of photos with it on your phone. And then when you're actually putting it together, you can use your phone as a reference point so that you can put the items back in the places that you wanted them to go. So today we're going to be using one of these wire wreath forms from the Dollar Tree. This is the largest one they do. I think it's about a 16-inch. They don't always have them, but it's worth picking one up if you can find them. And we're also going to be using this sign. It's different from the one I showed in my haul, but I preferred the colours on this one. Now, an easy way to attach the sign to the wreath is to put paddle wire, this I use silver because from the front you can barely see it, through the holes that were on the hanger, and then you can attach it onto the inside of the wreath exactly where you want it to go. So, as you can see, I sort of did a sewing motion through with the wire, and this is how it looks on the back. And then you can have it exactly where you want it on the wreath form. Now, with using a wire wreath form, you're obviously going to have a lot more area to cover. If you are having a grapevine wreath, then it won't matter if you can see some of it through, but obviously with the wire you don't want to do that. So when you put the flowers on, you may decide you've got holes and you want to fill them in. Now, my favourite way of doing it is with using ribbon. Now, you're not going to want to necessarily make big bows and flourishes to go on it, but you can simply make these loops of ribbon. And for today's wreath, I'm using this green wired, you really want to always use a wired ribbon, from Hobby Lobby. This was from last year, but I know they have it in their fall department right now. It's 50% off. I'm also using this plain burlap ribbon. I think this one was from the Dollar Tree. It's only a really cheap ribbon. And then I have this beautiful pumpkin ribbon that came from Michael's. A little bit more money than the Dollar Tree, but I thought that for less than twice the price, really, per foot, that it was worth using this. It's absolutely beautiful, this ribbon. Anyway, to make the loops, you simply cut your ribbon into about a 16-inch piece, fold it in half. Then you want to use your scissors and dovetail to make the tails. And then about halfway up, you're going to pinch, you're going to form a loop by that part, and then the tails are on this part. And then you're going to use, this is just a half of a pipe cleaner, or a fuzzy stick as they call them at Walmart. You're going to put it around the middle, and you're going to pinch, you're going to pull the ribbon as tight as possible towards the back, and then you're just going to twist the pipe cleaners. And what this is going to do is it's going to give you this effect with the bow, with the ribbon, and it's going to give you tails on the end to attach it to the wire wreath form. Now, if you have a ribbon that's like this, which is the same on both sides, then that's as simple as that. If you have a ribbon that is patterned, so it's got a pattern on one side and then just obviously the faded part of the pattern on the other, and you want to see the pattern on both parts of the tails, you just do one simple difference. So you'd again fold it in half and dovetail, and you have your loop at the top, but then before you pinch it, you're going to twist this back piece, so you can see now that both of the tails have got the front part of the ribbon. The loop is twisted here at the moment, but you don't have to worry about that because you're going to be able to fluff it out. So you will then pinch in the center. As you can see, because it's wired, you can go ahead and make your loop, no problem at all. But this time you have, this is the front because it has the pattern, and then you can see that this is the back. And so you're going to want to put the pipe cleaner around from the front, folding it around here at the back, pulling tight just as before, and twisting so that you have the tails that you're going to be able to attach it to at the back. And then when you fluff the ribbon, you can see the pattern on all of the front of it. And so I went ahead and made 5 of each of these because we will have, so you've got 3 different ribbons and 5 of each, because 5 is the theme on this wreath, because odd numbers are always the best, and so they're more visually appealing to the eye rather than something being completely symmetrical. And so everything we have is in 5s. So we have 5 bundles of the ribbons. We have 5 velvet pumpkins on a stem. These are a pick from Hobby Lobby. These were $1 on sale, and far better quality than the Dollar Tree, so it's well worth spending less money than the Dollar Tree for a better product. Also in the groups of 5 we have these beautiful green sunflowers. It really brought out the colours in the sign. These were also from Hobby Lobby. These were like, I think, $2.50 on sale. We also have the Great Pick from Dollar Tree that I showed you earlier. So these ones are a really good deal because you get the sunflowers and the pumpkin and the pine cone, and there's 5 of these. Then I also found these little sprigs of berries. These came in 3 in a pack at Michael's, and these were on sale also, just $1 for 3. And we have some of these, and we have some of the blue ones. I think I'll only use the blue ones actually in this one. And then finally we have these pumpkins from the Dollar Tree. These ones are the ones that are on a clip. This one is a velvet one, and this one is the one that looks like it's been painted. So when building the wreath, I like to start with the larger items first, as in larger as in long ways, and they're going to spread more over. And so I work in layers. So this is going to be my first layer, and I'm going to attach this sprig onto this here on this central part, and I'm just going to use a piece of paddle wire to attach it to it. So when I come back, you'll see the first layer done. Now, actually, I did break the rule on this one. This one I did 6 on the base, simply because there are actually 6 separate sections in the wreath, and it made it easier to balance it out. Now, at the moment, it looks a mess. However, this is just the base where we're going to start to add the other pieces to it. And as we do, remember, all of these are wired, and each of these can be bent into place to fill in the space. So the next thing that I'm going to add to it is, size-wise, is I'm going to be adding the big green sunflowers, because these will fill in a lot of the big spaces. So now you can see how adding these bigger items is going to start to fill in the gaps. Obviously there are a lot of gaps, but we're going to add more pumpkins, we're going to add more greenery, and then we're going to add in the ribbon picks. So now we've added in the big orange pumpkins, and it's filling it in even better. Now, where they are falling forward, don't worry about those. All those things, they're all wired. You can twist them back into the place that you want them to be. And in fact, I even make my final tweaks when I hang it on, when it's going to be hung up on the door. So the next thing we're going to do is add some more greenery, these little berries, and then we're going to start to add in the ribbon picks. Now it looks a lot more like a wreath. Now we've added in all the ribbons. We've got a few final little extras. I had one of these, 2 of these actually, which I've cut up and I'm going to put in separately, and then through a few of the clip-on pumpkins. So here is the finished result. I think it really looks good against my navy door, although it needs repainting, but don't worry about that. As you can see, the gaps have all been filled in. The colours are really vibrant, and I have a storm door, so this isn't actually going to be directly on the outside, and also my porch is very covered, so it won't get damaged by the sun. Anyway, I hope you've learned something from this, and I hope you made it to the end. And thanks very much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and look forward to some Halloween and Christmas DIYs coming very soon.